This is an introduction how to do the methodical didactical. The teacher's standing there, so what is he going to use? Only his voice. If that, he has to speak with a special, slow, articulated, musical, rhythmical intonation. Otherwise the children won't get the endings of the words. They'll only be in the rhythm, they won't find the articulation. It'll all be, what could you say, it's not clear. So speaking, you speak with a rather low voice, not too high-pitched, otherwise the children exclamate, and it's very important to practice your speaking before you even do anything at all. The pauses, the intonations, emphasizing words. And then, of course, you connect with movements of your body, because they're using their body too. So it's the language plus the movements, the gestures of the teacher and the children. It has to be meaningful and picturesque and creative. And then, on top of it all, you sing a song or you hum, but you have to be careful because the humming and the singing presses the language out. They only remember the melody. So whatever you're doing, remember, it's the language what counts. The melody is kind of a carrying force. So you can hum and you can click and sing the songs, but first of all, it's important that the language and the gestures is like an actor. The teacher has to overemphasize in a way, not stupidly, but to accentuate the language, the articulation, the speech, the movements. It has to be very, very clear that the children absorb it. And then on top you do the, like I said, the rhythm, the melody, the tact. And then of course you can bring the things in visually, because today the children learn visually. It's unfortunate, but it's true. They don't learn auditively. They don't learn through listening, the audios. So you have to move the kids in a way back into a feeling of listening and seeing. But today, like I said, the emphasis is always on the visual impact, the optical impact. You can bring, of course, things into the classroom, but don't abstract the language. Don't deviate and don't distract the children from the language by using tons and tons of visual aids and all kinds of rhythms and hammerings. It's very important at the beginning to sublimate and to reduce the language, and then to build it up with slow movements, with a melody, with the thing itself, with visual aids, whatever. So this is how I would do it, and we can start with the first one, counting. We can start anywhere. We're going to count by using rhythms and whatever, and we're going to do the times table, and then we can use flashcards, blackboards. We can do all kinds of things. We can abstract it by saying how many desks are in the classroom, and how many brothers do you have. You can use the interrogative pronomen. It can be very abstract, but we're starting with a number. With the numbers, maybe 1 to 10, 1 to 20, backwards, forwards. You visualize the numbers in and up and down, in and out, counting. You put everything in, because everything you do is that this is the memory part. The children remember the numbers because they put you, the sounds, the movements, the gestures, the things you counted, everything is in this little package. When they remember it 50 years later, and that's what they do. My children told me how they remembered these verses. It wasn't the language alone, it was the packaging, it was the atmosphere, the atmo. And this is very, very easy. Let's start with numbers.